Yesterday, the Dow Jones Industrial Average took a free fall. How did the White House respond? We'll let you know in just a few.
And the most powerful rocket in the world is scheduled to launch today. More details coming up.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is NTTV News at Noon.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us on NTTV News at Noon. I'm Adelie Rowe.
And I'm George Starks. Yesterday, the stock market saw the worst single-day decline in history. Natasha Chen has the details.
The Dow Jones Industrial Average, which looks at the 30 biggest public companies in the U.S., took a free fall Monday, following an already steep decline Friday. Monday's drop was the worst point fall in history.
The crazy thing for everybody listening at home is that we got some really good economic news on Friday. Wages are finally going up after many years of that not happening. But ironically, markets don't like wage hikes because that also makes interest rates go up. And when interest rates go up, the markets go down.
A senior White House official echoed that statement, saying good news on Main Street can be bad news on Wall Street. Economists say the stock market needed a correction because it was going too far too fast. But that quick rise was something the president frequently touted. In December, when visiting firefighters in West Palm Beach, during the State of the Union in January,
the stock market has smashed one record after another, gaining $8 trillion and more in value in just this short period of time.
And in Davos, Switzerland, he said if the opposing party had won the election,
I believe the stock market from that level, the initial level, would have been down close to 50%.
President Trump ignored questions as he walked into the White House from Marine One Monday evening. But his staff said they're focused on the long-term fundamentals.
Overall, this economy is soaring, and even though there's one day of fluctuation, it's still in a really good place and much better than it was when he took office.
In Washington, I'm Natasha Chen reporting.
The most powerful rocket on the planet is scheduled to launch within the next few minutes. The rocket is called Falcon Heavy, and it could someday be able to take passengers to Mars. If everything goes well with the launch, the Falcon Heavy will start hauling satellites and other space items into orbit. SpaceX founder Elon Musk explains why this event is so exciting.
It's about believing in the future and thinking that the future will be better than the past. And I can't think of anything more exciting than going out there and being among the stars.
Musk also said that if the launch goes according to plan, the U.S. government could use these rockets in the future. I wish I was in Florida so I could see that launch.
I wish I was in Florida to get away from some of this cold. I got my coat in the car. Do we have a warm-up in store, Natalia?
Oh, George, I really wish you would have brought that jacket in because it's pretty cold out there and it's going to drop even more tonight. Let's take a look at how it looks currently, though. It's 36 degrees with partly cloudy skies, and we have a wind speed at 9 miles per hour. A little later on tonight, though, it's going to drop a little under 10 degrees there more. So 27 degrees will be that temperature. It'll feel like 27. However, I'm more focused on the rain that we're expecting to take place tonight about 10 o'clock. We can see that for most of the evening. However, when we wake up tomorrow morning, it'll be cleared and gone away. We may have a little bit of dew going on there, but 48 degrees with partly cloudy skies. A little later on, I'm going to let you know about how Punxsutawney's Phil's prediction, the groundhog, last week, was pretty awesome and how it's impacting us this week. Back to you all.
Thanks, Tanaya. Good news for those who may have outstanding warrants in Fort Worth. Throughout the month of February, the City Municipal Court would make it easier on people with Class C warrants. These warrants include traffic and code enforcement citations. Judge Danny Rogers said they will not be arresting people who come to court and voluntarily clear up their warrants.
After the break, we'll give you the latest development on a body found in a Denton landfill.
And a 13-year-old boy in Houston is a hero. We'll tell you why coming up.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. You're gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Oh, no. Okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. We're getting so wet.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
UNT is more than 125 years in the making. To find new solutions, we create a new point of view. We know what's possible when creativity, originality, and independent thought converge. We're ranked a Tier 1 research university. We're home to excellence the size of Texas. Define your future at UNT and soar to new heights.
Yesterday afternoon, the Denton police received a deceased person's call from the city's landfill. Employees there said they saw part of a human body sticking out from a pile of trash. The Denton Police Department was able to remove the body and determined it to be an adult male. The latest development was he was believed to be homeless due to the fact that he was wearing multiple layers of clothing. No identification was found on the body. The Tarrant County Medical Examiner's Office will examine the body to try to determine the cause of death. Such a sad story.
Yeah, it is very sad. But you know what? I give my coat for some sun. Tanaya?
Thanks, George and Adelie. And let's take a look at our weather. What we can see so far is most of the state of Texas is in the high 70s here. Actually, I'm sorry, high 30s and low 70s there. As you can see, for 31 degrees in Oklahoma. And then down south here, when you go on down 35 there, you'll see 73 degrees in Houston. So overall, we are expecting some cooler temperatures, though, throughout the rest of the week. As you can see, for across North Texas here, around the Metroplex, we have it in the high 30s. That's what I was trying to say earlier. And the low 40s. As you can see, 36 degrees in Gainesville. But our main focus, of course, is 39 degrees in Denton. And as you can see, for our 7-day forecast, the temperature is moving up and down here. Starting off with Tuesday, 39 degrees. We do have a high chance of rain, 60% as I mentioned. It will happen later on this evening. And as we progress on, 48 degrees for Wednesday. Actually, for Thursday, you'll see that's about the only time that we're going to have sunny skies there, 59 degrees for Thursday. As we continue on, though, through the weekend, you'll see that Friday we'll have 64 degrees. That's actually the high. But then Saturday, that's when we'll notice those rain chances forming yet again. And then for even Sunday, it's a possibility for ice, rain, sleet, guys. So that's a look at your weather. Back to you all at the desk.
Thanks, Janaya. A 13-year-old student in Houston saved the day when he started driving his school bus. The bus driver was suffering from a medical emergency. CNN Jacqueline Powell has the story.
Sitting at the back first, and then when that started happening, I tried to go to the front, and I was swerving, and I fell in a couple of seats.
7th grader Carson Vega says when he noticed something was wrong with his bus driver on the way home from school,
Then he started making circles and stuff, and he was going off in the ditch almost every turn.
he knew he needed to act. He and another student called 911, but help wasn't arriving quickly enough.
We were about to go out, and then I was like, no, I'm not dying. So I jerked the wheel.
The bus was heading down Highway 71 right over the Colorado River. The driver was having a medical emergency, his feet still on the pedal.
Kicked him over a little so I can get the brake and stuff, and I turned the flashes on.
Carson says there was no place to pull over, so he did all he knew to do.
Yeah, I sat on his lap, moved his hands and stuff, and then just drove.
Carson drove until the police arrived, then safely brought the bus with 5 other kids on board to a stop. School leaders are grateful for his heroic reaction.
It could have been a very tragic situation, but it turned out better than you could ever imagine.
Mom,
I can still hug you,
is even more grateful and proud.
There was a reason he was on that bus that day, because normally he doesn't ride it.
Usually she picks him up. She says fate also played a role in his desire to learn about cars and driving, years out from even having his driver's license.
I fight with him all the time. Mom, let me drive down the road. Now I'm rethinking, well, I guess it's okay.
Adelaide, I heard the Dallas Mavericks had a pretty good game last night.
And I heard the Stars are doing pretty good too. I know my dad's happy about that. Let's check in with Saji for more. Saji?
Thanks, guys. Coming up in sports, I'll be discussing the Dallas Mavericks as they went to Los Angeles to face the Los Angeles Clippers. Meanwhile, the Dallas Stars played the New York Rangers as they look to keep their winning streak going. All that and more when we come back.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Hey, did you know that 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Go to theshelterpetproject.org and search your local shelters and rescues. Go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes, and you come to mine. This is it. First impression. My way in. But here's the thing. Can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Can one piece of paper really tell you my whole story? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or how anytime there was an opportunity, I was the first one to step up. Because I wasn't gonna let my life, my circumstances dictate who I was gonna become. And all of that determination, the commitment, the drive, that's me. And that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent like me.
The Dallas Mavericks traveled to Los Angeles last night as they looked to defeat the Los Angeles Clippers. Dirk Nowitzki completed a huge milestone as he became the 6th player in NBA history to complete 50,000 minutes. However, the Clippers would end the game on a 13-0 run and defeated the Mavericks 101-104. Meanwhile, the Dallas Stars remained at home as they looked to complete the season sweep of the New York Rangers. Led by the returning Martin Hansel, the Stars had a late-game score as they defeated the Rangers 2-1. The Stars remain the 5th seed in the Western Conference. That is all for sports today. Back to you, Adelie.
Thanks, Saji. It's National Frozen Yogurt Day. Today is the day the alternative to ice cream gets all the attention. Frozen yogurt made its debut in 1970, and by the 1980s, its sales shot up largely because of its health food status. Some of the popular flavors include creamy vanilla, frozen strawberry, and cherry cheesecake.
Cherry cheesecake, wow, that sounds really good.
I think I'd rather have a slice of cherry cheesecake than the frozen yogurt.
Well, it's on you next time, okay?
Well, thank you for joining us for NTTV's News at Noon.
And join us tonight at 6 here on North Texas Television. Have a great day.